Hey everybody, don't want to give away any secrets just yet, but I'm working on my native tank here. I've got my new giant piece of wood in situ. Not exactly sure how I feel about it yet, because as you can see, we have not come close to really seeing what it's going to look like once the tank is full. I took the light bar down just so I wouldn't be knocking into it. We've got some overhead lighting going on, etc. So we've got a long way to go before I can really make a decision whether I like it or not. But I did want to say, in all my rummaging around in the tank, I saw that crayfish, so I know the crayfish is still in there and alive, and that has inspired me that once we actually get this tank filled up, I am in the process of refilling it now, we're going to head down the stream and set out the minnow trap. You can see some of the little minnows in there, but I want more. So sit tight, and I will see you guys down the stream. We're just going to do a short little video walking up the stream and setting the trap, and that'll be that. So hang on, and I'll see you down there. Alright everybody, thought it is such a pretty day out today, we could just go ahead and record the drive down. We're rapidly losing leaves, and we didn't get a whole ton of color this autumn. So for whatever it's worth, what little bit we've got left, I may as well try to get it on video. It's usually a pretty drive down here through the woods. So I was asked recently why I don't take my minnow trap and perhaps put it out somewhere else and see if I could get some different types of fish, like mosquito fish or gambusia is what mosquito fish are called. They're the cousin to a guppy. I've actually caught them and kept them before. Graves Run is a stream not far from here. I do some fishing there and hiking. And if I take my dip net, I can usually just scoop some gambusia, little baby sunfish, all kind of little stuff out of there. But as far as putting my trap out, this is on private property where I'm putting it, and I know it's not going to get messed with for the most part. Nobody's going to, steal my trap or anything. I have put it out here in the public part of the stream occasionally. It's hit or miss. I can usually go, a fair amount of time before it disappears, but sooner or later my traps always disappear. So it's also super convenient to just pop down the street right here. I do a U-turn in this guy's driveway. This is the guy that actually owns the property we'll be walking on in a moment. And then I can walk right up the street, pop out the minnow trap, and be done with it. And this stream actually contains the species that I want. I just don't know why they're not going into the minnow trap. So we'll get it set out, and we'll find out tomorrow. So hang on, I'll see you down by the water. Alright, it looks like the water has come up a little bit. I was wondering on the way down here how the water was going to look. We got a fairly significant amount of rain the other day. It wasn't a huge amount, but it did rain for 4 or 5 hours steadily, which is what we've really been needing. And it didn't put us back up to normal, but we definitely have more water flow coming through here, it seems. So I was also thinking something that I could do with my trap, and this will probably be something for next year. I really don't know how much more time I'm going to get out on the kayak today. This season. But I can take my minnow trap with me, go out to some fairly obscure location, set the minnow trap out, and then fish for a few hours, and then just come back. I wouldn't want to take a chance on leaving it there overnight, because you never know with a situation like that. I might not be able to get back for several days or something. But I could certainly set it out, spend some time in the area, and then check it again. A few hours is certainly enough time to have some fish poke their nose into a trap and see what's going on. Alright, I can see tons of little minnows dashing around there. There's a ton of them right in there. And I can see blue and red lines everywhere, so there's plenty of Rosyside Dace in there. That's why they're not getting in my trap, I don't know. Maybe Rosyside Dace are smarter than the other ones. We're using chicken for bait again. I used that the other day and that was pretty good. I got more fish in there from chicken than I got from all the other stuff I've used. All right. I can see a Rosyside Dace. It's already got a Rosyside Dace in it. Yay. We might come back in a couple of hours this afternoon and check it out, although I've only got about 2 hours before it gets dark. So that's awesome. I've definitely already got a Rosyside Dace in there. Now I wish I'd have brought a bucket with me. I would go ahead and collect that out of there, and then we'd have at least one Rosyside Dace in the tank. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll go home and get a bucket and come back in an hour or something like that and just see what's in there. So, all right, let me get heading back to the house. And I've got the tank filled up. I've got my new piece of wood in there. I don't want to say too much about it because I don't want to give anybody else any preconceived ideas. I want, you know, you all to be able to look at it yourselves and see what you think about it when you look at it. But at any rate, let me get back to the house and then we'll come back down here in a little while and collect up whatever's in there, see what's going on. And we're back. So I just went home, had a sandwich, and now we're back down here. So it's only been maybe 25 minutes, 30 minutes tops. But we know we've got one. And for all the fish that were swimming around it, it's not entirely unlikely that we'll have more than that. So I've been thinking about what might be in it. And we've got the little brown minnows that I've already got. We've got the Rosyside Dace, which is what I'm actually looking for. But there could also be some of those sucker fish in there. There could be darters. I've even caught little baby sunfish down here before. So the only thing I really don't want is creek chubs. Even if I catch some little baby sunfish, I might take them home because they would be it would take a long time for them to get too big to be a problem, you know. Let's see what we've got. Oh, there's quite a few fish in there swimming around already. Two of them. Alright, so I've got one of those little brown minnows, and it looks like one Rosyside Dace. Let me get this back together. I'm tempted to just stand here for a little bit and see if we don't have any more swim in there. Well, we'll give it a day and then we'll come back. But we've definitely got one Rosyside Dace now, so I guess that's exciting. Alright everybody, I'm not going to see you back at the tank because I don't want to show off what's going on with the tank just yet. Alright, now we're not going to have a look at the tank, but I do want to go home and put these fish in a nice clear container and then we can have a look at them under the light. So we will have a look at exactly what this Rosyside Dace that I keep talking about looks like. Its colors might be a little washed out from stress, but for the most part we'll still get a look at the red stripe with the blue in there and everything, and that should be okay. The reason I'm recording on the way home is as I was walking back to the truck, I ran into a neighbor of mine. If you're a regular viewer, you'll remember a few videos back, I was commenting on why the stream was so empty, and I hypothesized that maybe someone was diverting some of the water for some other purpose, or perhaps it was just the end of the season and everything was so dry because we haven't had any rain. And so when I ran into my neighbor, sure enough, she looked at me like I was a fool when I asked her why the stream was so empty, and she said, "We haven't had any rain, son." So I guess that explains that. So sit tight, let me get parked, and I will see you down by the washing machine. Alright, now I've had them sitting in here for about 5 minutes, just letting them calm down a little bit, hoping their color would come back. And unfortunately, because of the cold water from the stream, we've got some sweat on the container, and it makes it a little more challenging to see them. But you can see the red on that one distinctly enough. And then the other one, I'm assuming, is just one of those little brown minnows. Of course, neither one of them is going to cooperate now that I got them over here. I'm assuming this other one is just one of those little brown minnows, but it looks a little bit different, so I'm not really sure. I'm terrible at identifying native species, so I don't really know if that's different or not. But that definitely does not look like those little brown striped minnows, so I might have got some different species in there altogether. I don't know. But there's the two that we've got. We'll go back and check the rest of the trap tomorrow. So thanks for watching this one. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you real soon in the next one.